Good evening, everyone. I am Jad.
Evening.
It's been a glorious day today.
A bit cold this morning.
A bit cold first thing. Well, that's part and parcel, isn't it?
So I'm looking at that for a bit cold when I went there. I was frozen. Come back now, bloody roasting.
How are you, Amjad? Hope you're okay. So, that's it. Not done anything. Not been anywhere. I know what you could have got today.
What?
Some nuts.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to. No.
So that is it's not to replenish the nuts that he puts outside. I just looked over and I thought, yeah, I haven't bought no nuts.
Oh, just 57 gone.
Oh. But anyway, so, yeah, this is random things we talk about,
That's what it is.
Chris forgot his nuts.
I say. This is, it's 57, mate. 95% of us all paid £50 a seat the other day. Well, we're getting final numbers together, so everyone has been sending me the £7. So, and
yeah. It's all right. He's got his tickets for Wembley next week, Amjad. He's got his coach booked for next week, so everything's...
Yeah. Rules already.
I don't know, am I? Hiya, Richard.
Hey,
oh yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting carried. I wonder. I thought, hey, what's he on about? I know. It's all right. Chris has told me I've just broke one of my own rules, but yeah, it's.
Hello, Rich lad. Crypto.
Yeah. Hi, Crypto. How are you? Yeah, it's special because they were Chris and our Callum were, having a go at one another this afternoon. I says, roll on next Saturday when I says I'm all by myself. Bloody God, silence is golden. I know we are, but it still grinds on you a bit. There you go, Richard. I've put the link in.
You won't get this on your channel, would you, Richard?
Sorry. I apologise.
Hello, how are we doing?
Hello. I'm that busy talking about Wembley and everything. I completely forgot to put link in.
Hello, I'm Jad. Hello, Crypto.
So I do apologise.
Who else is there? Oh, that's it. I'm Jad and Crypto and somebody at the top called StreamYard. Hello, StreamYard.
Did you manage to get out?
Yeah, I went out for a bit, did a bit of shopping and buggering them out.
So they all sorted for next week now.
It's gorgeous weather here now.
No.
Well, it's been dull earlier on. It was windy.
It's turned a bit cold. Well, I want to say colder, colder than it's been today. Oh, keep fingers crossed for you, Amjad.
Correct. Amjad. Every little helps.
Staff discount. So we'll know where to go. Hey up. Here's on this travel. She's just shot behind you.
Yeah, what else you up to?
Oh, just seen it. But yeah. So if there's anything in particular we want, get staff discount.
So if we run out of milk, we know where to go.
Yeah.
Well, right. Funnily enough, Chris couldn't get, this thing that I made on Tuesday. Chris couldn't get me no desiccated coconut. Well, he ended. He'd got to come pick up biscuits prescription. So he says, he says, I called in at Tesco on my way back. And they got it.
Sure, I've seen that. I'm going into an interview room.
Got me a big bag.
A big bag.
Yeah. Well, when I say big bag, you know what I mean? By that time I'd weighed it all out, there weren't all that much left. But yeah. Because see, I knew I'd got some, but when I weighed it out, I'd got a bit here and a bit here, and like bags I'd opened previous. And when I weighed it out, it was only 58 grams. Well, I needed 120.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
there you go.
There you go.
Oh, it's going to most likely be a video. Hiya, Johnny.
Hey,
Interview
Johnny.
via Zoom or Teams. So is it something that the college has applied for on your behalf? Because see, our Callum once upon a time wanted to do an apprenticeship, and basically they says, we're having trouble finding somewhere appropriate to, all that crap. So, but so that didn't come off.
Mm.
And then this is the piece de resistance. Early Friday afternoon, he got a text message saying, "Oh, your exam's this afternoon." And then about an hour later, he got another text message. I forgot what his Mangum was something. Chris Mangum, saying, Chris Mangum wanted to know why you didn't attend your exam. And Callum says, well, I only had bloody text about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Well, it's ridiculous. What kind of a shit show are they running?
Yeah.
Because when he told them we were packing up, you can still come and, sit your exam. Not if they don't tell you, about half an hour before it supposedly happens. So, but...
Hey, Johnny.
Hiya, Johnny, again. But yeah, it's a load of shit, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Did you watch the FA Cup and break my rule again? Did you watch FA?
I didn't. Hello, Joella. Yeah, that's uncanny. That I were only thinking about you about 5 minutes ago. I were only thinking about you 5 minutes ago.
Ooh, you must be psychic.
I were because I was just flicking through my subscriptions down, that list that's on left. Yeah. And I saw Joella's name, and I thought, hey, I'm seeing Joella for a week or two, because I kept meaning to ask her about these giant hailstones they had in Paris.
Oh, yeah, then that we were on about other night.
Yeah. I saw it on news, these giant hailstones in Paris. It was probably about 3 Saturdays ago now. And I thought, I don't think I've seen Joelle since then. Yeah, but really, unbelievable. I just saw your name there, and I was only thinking about you. Then you pop up in chat. Bloody hell!
It's like deja vu, like we were talking about other night.
It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Can you just imagine me in a Tesco outfit?
Unbelievable.
At least you don't have to go like that, Amjad. Asta, roll back.
Yeah, I never go in Asta, so I wouldn't know.
So, were you shopping for your mum?
No. I only wanted some milk and bog roll.
Oh, so don't forget bog roll.
Correct. Yeah, my mum, she's been an art performance with my mum this past couple of days.
Oh,
Unbelievable. Like she had a gas leak outside, not in her house.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
The road outside, the pipe that provided her
yeah.
house sprung a leak, apparently. We didn't even, she didn't know, nobody knew, but somebody must have reported it, road they smelled gas.
Yeah, bat smelling gas.
So they come along on Friday, they did, Cadent, and dug out road up and fixed the leak. And then they went to my mum's house because it was my mum's pipe that we're at, you know. And
It were actually the one going to your mum's, yeah.
yeah, we went to my mum's and another house. It was a pipe that goes to two houses. And then so they went to the house, turned their gas back on, and then said one of the fires has got a leak. I said, all right. I said, well, can you not fix it? He said, no, we can't do it. We're not allowed to touch them inside your house.
Did they put a big condemned like sticker on it? And
Oh no, they just turned gas off at meter and says you can't use it. That you can't use that fire, so we'll have to turn it off at meter. But it says, and then I said, what's up with it? He says, oh, it's leaking. The fitting at bottom's got a slight leak. I said, it must be bloody slight because I've never smelled now. And he says, oh, it is. He says, it's tiny, but the point is it is a leak. And he says, well,
yeah,
can't turn gas on. So I said, right. I said, so when we get it fixed, like, do we have to get you back? He said, oh, no, just turn it on at meter. I thought, all right, well, it's all kerfuffle about then. To RE, and he's going to nip down tomorrow and fix it.
oh, hi partners.
It's only a
I
tiny pipe.
I didn't even know. Crypto says, have you had the new Aero coconut bar? I didn't even know they'd bought one out. You see, this is the thing, Crypto, as well. There's only me likes coconut. I know I put coconut in that thing, and Chris thought it was nice, but what's it called again? New Aero coconut bar.
And then somebody booted my flipping internet box off wall outside. The Virgin Media, the brown box, Virgin Media box. It's like a brown box, and it's at ground level on floor, and somebody might kick the cover off that, so I had to repair that this afternoon.
Probably. Is it somebody that were pissed or something?
I don't know. It's them Virgin boxes. They sit on floor, you see, and my particular box is right at front of building, miles away.
Yeah, that's the only problem when it's sort of like on a street level.
Yeah, so
anybody could.
So somebody's obviously kicked it. I can't believe it.
Booted it.
Can't trip over it. So cover were missing. I just happened to notice it last night. Cover were off, and I thought, I'm going to sort that out. So I had to fix that this morning. So that was that. So that was, I was bugging about drilling wall. I've made it so they can't. I've made it so we can't kick it off again. I've put bloody dirty great screws in it.
I was going to say, pour about foot-long screws in it.
Oh, yeah, big screws and a steel sash across it, so I can't boot it off again. I got a piece of steel, bent it round.
I can't really that chocolate bar. Sorry, I'm this. Yeah, right. Can't really envision it tasting or anything really. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I don't think that one's for me. I mean, yeah, I like coconut, but I'm a bit on fence about that one. So.
I don't know about idiots. I don't know idiots about got you, Johnny. I mean, I know what you
mean. As your other two neighbours on the.
They're not on Virgin Media. They're on something else.
Yeah, the one that your brother wanted you to go on, but you wanted one on your own.
Oh yeah, well, he didn't want me to go on it. He offered me to go on it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you can go on it because they share it. They've got Sky, and the girl upstairs she shares, you know, with the Wi-Fi with the guy downstairs who he pays £46 a month. He does for Sky TV and internet and all that crap, and she halves him at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've got the multi-room, and so wire goes out into her flat, so you know they both get Sky and they half it.
Yeah, a win-win situation kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean you can do that with your neighbours. You know, if you want Sky multi-room, just run a wire into your neighbours and share it.
Well, you see,
they don't know you've done it.
Before we had the Fire Stick, we had that not multi-room, but we got it upstairs anyway.
Yeah,
and it was like a little square.
Yeah,
box about that big.
I think that's called Sky Q. I think it's called Sky Q. We have like a little wireless box thing. But they share it, and I just didn't. When I moved in here, I thought I don't want to be sharing internet because if they accidentally switch it off, knock it off, or
that's it. That's
I thought, I don't want to be flipping it. And as soon, you know, when it's going into telephone line, that's reboot your router all the time and all that shit. I don't want none of that nonsense. You know, I've never had to reboot my router once. You know what I mean? I don't want that crap.
Joel's on about Eurovision tonight.
Is that tonight, Eurovision?
Yeah.
Is it? Bloody hell.
We're coming up 8th, I think.
That come round quick.
Yeah, it's 3 young girls and everybody's...
Well, it can't be any worse than that. That last year's was shocking. Men cavorting. I mean, what kind of signals that putting out?
These is like, they're like 3 young girls and everybody's, I don't know, saying that they like Spice Girls. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've heard song and it's not a bad song. And one photo shoot that they did, you know, like our Jerry Halliwell, I used to have that Union Jack dress thing on. They were in one way or another, they'd all got like Union Jack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny says Keena's just had Spice Girls on. But yeah, everybody's, you know, saying they're a lot like the Spice Girls. They're nothing like them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, everybody's sort of saying, oh, that, you know, the next big thing, that, you know, next, you know what I mean? And I don't know, they don't like them. The 3 young women that have got something about them, you know what I mean? That I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just watching them now.
And this song's quite good, actually. The song itself is quite good. I mean, closest we've come in the last few years with that, what was his name? Sam Ryder with beard and long hair.
Well, we'd have won it, not last year, year before, when Ukraine started. We'd have won it then if it weren't for that. Everybody giving sympathy votes at Ukraine. We'd have won it.
That's the same thing. I says that's when sort of this.
Yeah, that was
Russia and Ukraine, and they only did that. You know, was
a sympathy vote. That's all.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah. But that's when he come second, weren't it?
Yeah, he'd have walked that otherwise if it weren't for Ukraine.
I tend to agree with you there, Richard. I reckon he walked it.
No doubt about it.
Say to them Ukrainians, they were right.
They're all shit. I mean, ours last year were dreadful. I mean, it shouldn't have been allowed to be televised. It was dreadful. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Blokes cavorting in a box. What the friggin' hell's happening to the world? Honestly.
I think, to be honest with you, a lot of it is the shock factor.
Well, shocked me all right. Shocked me into flipping, never watching it again. That was horrendous.
I haven't watched it for years, Richard.
No.
Right to end when they're doing like last votes and everything and see where we are and that will not, you know what I mean?
We usually got like 5 points.
But it's been for years now so political. You know what I mean? And all the like Sweden, Norway Switzerland and all that lot are all, you know.
It's always been a political nonsense.
But yeah, I haven't watched it.
Pardon me.
It's like, I don't know how long it is, about 3 hours. 3 hours you'll never get back.
You get someone who's
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah, we all want Spice Girls back. You're right there, Joel. Jerry Halliwell with Union Jack dress on. Yes.
Hey,
Hello, Stu. How we doing?
Oh, all right. Now I've cut that bloody edge.
Hello, lad.
He managed to get it done.
Well, I cut it all day, and I'm not lying to it, right? I trained so like that. And it's fucking heavy. It's very bad. Last night I couldn't even hold my pissing cup in my hand.
Chris says, how does it go?
Fucking hell.
Well, you still need to talk when you've been out streaming. He's like this. His hands are shaking left, right, and centre.
Where's the bloody phone? I'll show you a picture of it. Fucking hell, where's the phone gone now? That's over there.
A spaz attack. But that's it. When you're using something that, you know, vibrates, it's bound to.
Oh.
Yeah.
To be honest, partner, I don't think I'd ever have. I got a favourite. I think she opened a. You know, it's coming to something now. An ex-Spice Girl opening a new shop that's opened. You know what I mean? You know, she's lowering the standards a bit there.
That's it down to it now.
Ooh.
It will literally, you know that fence there?
Yeah.
Top of that fence, it will literally overgrown on top of that fence.
Huh.
I watched Melby on that show. There's a show on Netflix called, what the hell is it? It's like an I'm a Celebrity to Get Me Out of Here, but it's not called that. It's called something else, and it's on Netflix, a series. Holly Willoughby's presenting it, and they're all in that guy who goes rooting around in jungles. What's he called? He's famous. He goes. He's a survival chap. Eats all sorts.
Oh, Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls. That's it.
Oh,
It's a competition, and Mel B were in that.
She's been in a lot. She's like been
she,
dancing
like
and
she looks pretty good. She looks bloody
Big
hot.
Brother and you name it, she's done it.
She looks damn hot in that. I forgot what it was called, that series. But it's
I know what you mean. It's
on Netflix.
I think it's is it Into the Wild or something?
Something along them lines.
Into the Wild with Bear Grylls. I don't know.
Challenges, and then one of them gets sent home. Usual shit, you know. And Mel B were one of contestants on that.
Did she drink her own piss?
Mm. But yeah, she looked really good in her swimming costume, I'll tell you.
What he's trying to say, Stuart, is he won't kick her out of bed.
That statement doesn't mean much for me. There's not much I will kick out of bed.
You know, when you've gone through a drought, you know, and a port in a storm will do.
Yeah. But my partner says she has worked. She has aged well. There's no doubt about it.
Well, basically, most of them's married into money, aren't they?
Well,
you know,
Victoria
married David Beckham. That Jerry Halliwell, she were it Christian Horner, you know, multi-millionaire, you know, Formula One guy.
Yeah. And Mel B married, what's his name?
Harry Belafonte.
Eddie Murphy. She got divorced from him.
And then she didn't get married to Eddie Murphy.
They had a couple of kids, didn't they? They had a kid or something.
They all look all right. I've got a picture of them all up, and it only took 2 years ago. They all look
there's only sort of sporty Spice. I forgot what her name is now.
Elsie.
She looks
all right.
There's only her that's sort of not been in the spotlight a lot.
Well, what's she in the spotlight? Is she married now? Is it Baby Spice. What were her name? Bloody Emma Bunton.
Emma Bunton, yeah.
They all
She-
look well though
I
now.
think she does a radio presenting job now, I think.
That's it. She's on there.
She were on Heart of Feb, don't she? Still
Heart of Capital are one of them there.
What Chris has just said, Art FM.
She were a few years ago. I don't know whether she is now.
Oh.
But yeah, I think there's only sort of like Mel C and that Emma Bunton that sort of, you know, not flaunted itself in the spotlight, if you know what I mean.
Never liked to.
I'm you know, I'm one of these.
They all look all right. There's none of them look dodgy. They all look okay.
What, I don't understand what you mean, partner. Emma is with Jade Jones of Dodgy.
Dodgy? Okay. God knows.
But yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I think they've all every single one of them's got children.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if she's still doing.
I don't think that Mel B married Eddie Murphy.
No, I think they're just together. What
because he denied that kid were his until she did a paternity test.
And it was his. Well, it's all like Katie Price's son, Harvey. She's bloody Dwight York's bloody son. Apparently he's bad, isn't he?
The band is damaged, not dodgy. But yeah, she's another one. Oh God, don't get me started about Katie Price.
Oh,
I can't stand her.
She reminds me of Vicky Pollard here on end.
Yeah,
you know, all with different favours.
She looks to me. She looks terrible.
Oh my God, what has she done to her face? Oh my God.
Fancy having your knockers pumped up like that. No way.
It's not just that. She's recently had another facelift and she looks like this.
I don't know. She know it, mate. It's supposed to be back looks or something. It's supposed to come back looks or something.
So false. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that mask still works. Put it that way.
Well, why do you think Dwight York got rid of her? And Peter Andrew and the rest of them. They should have that bloody
maintenance.
Boxer, that case fighter.
She's been bankrupt twice as Katie Price.
Yeah, and she's still getting
twice.
Bullets in her face.
She looks bloody awful.
Oh no.
What a sight.
I mean, look at that.
Yep.
That's just. Oh.
She's more orange than Donald Trump, and it looks like a mugshot.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's rough as a badger's tadger.
You're telling me, Richard?
Yeah, you're right there, Richard. Bloody hell.
And she's only 46.
Yeah, she's not there. She's not like that.
This is the thing. She's having work done for the sake of having it done.
Exactly.
I don't know who's paying for it because she's no flipping money now. She's just gone through a second bankruptcy.
She's probably got some dodgy bloke outside.
She's awful. I think she I mean, well, I think she makes a lot of money out of her son who's disabled, I think.
Yeah.
She had him with a Blackburn Rovers player. What do we call him?
Dwight York. Dwight York.
Who, Dwight York?
Dwight York, Man United. But he denied his son. The other day, he was just there. He never admitted it was his. Obviously, he does an air test, but then there's nothing to do with him.
I mean, in that respect, Steve, I do feel sort of sorry for her in that respect. She's had to bring that RV up all by herself. Well, not by herself.
Come on, I mean, do you want us to believe Sheila Van Dunn been hands-on with that? Not a chance. No way.
You know what I mean? I've seen him in
action. Not a normal parent who would have to deal with it. She'd have just had people doing it all for her.
Yeah. and he's
No
got
doubt about it.
kicked out of loads of residential places.
Yeah, kick it off. Yeah.
She wouldn't lift a finger. You wouldn't see her shoving an Hoover around. That's for sure.
No, well.
But
apparently, he's supposed to be really ill now. Him. He's had to lose something like the other days. He's very overweight.
the thing is, it's all part and parcel of his disability.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
He's got this thing where the signals does not go into his brain,
right. Yeah.
like the signals from his brain aren't filtering through.
Yeah.
Who's Fredo the Frog?
He's got Katie Price face out.
You got who Fredo the Frog is?
Okay, well.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's he's always hungry. That's what I'm trying to get. He's got this disease that he's always hungry, and that's why he's so big. Because his brain's not sending signals to say there is full.
You're full. You're not hungry. Go for shit.
Pardon me.
Probably can't laugh his fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel sorry for him. Bless him. He's good. You know, not his fault. Is the way he is.
But yeah, I honestly, you know, my motto is: if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Exactly. And this is what I can't understand. The reason why she feels she's got to have all this weight on her face.
Exactly. So good what they say, man.
But I mean, you know, you've got to age gracefully, like me. I mean, I'm 63 next. I've never had no done.
No, I'm 56, and I've one thing I haven't done is lost my bloody hair.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
So you're same age as the cast brother, little Terry, who lives with us.
Yeah, I'm 63 in September.
Yeah, he's 63 in September. He's a 6th of September.
Mine's 22nd.
22nd.
I'm on cusp.
You're on cusp. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on cusp.
That's what Tim says, bloody hell, says. I said, I might go get an old age pension. Pass for buses. Why not? Give me one.
Yeah, but they keep widening the goalposts, Stuart. Now they're saying that you're going to be 67 by the time you retire now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
67, fucking hell,
but you know what I'm saying, Crypto? You know, I've never put anything damaging on my face because my skin on my face is so yeah.
I want to dream of it.
You know, I mean, even down to creams, I have to watch what I put on my face, because my skin's so sensitive.
There's a reaction, isn't it?
So, but I've always been like that. I mean, it's with being ginger, I suppose. You get sensitive skin.
I do.
Oh, I tell you, it were before it were Olay. And it were called oil of Ulay or something.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, folks. I put some of that on my face once, and it were on fire. Oh, and that's just a face cream, and that's supposed to be good for you.
Yeah.
But my face were on fire.
Maybe with aftershave. Any after done, Mike, get this aftershave going. Any aftershave, it just brings me out in big rashes. I can't just prepare it. Won't check it. It could be like £50, £60 a fucking bottle. But it's still makes me. I don't wear aftershave.
This is the thing. I mean, a lot of people do have sensitive skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, and that were way back though. Before they changed it to Olay or something now, but before it was called oil of Ulay.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I don't know. Fucking slept since then. It was so much cream out now.
This is all I use, and it's what Chris gets, and it's that zero base.
Oh yeah.
That's all I use. It don't smell very nice, but it does.
Does what you need to do.
Yeah, I don't have any reaction to it or anything. But when he had that cellulitis in his leg, they used to slap it on.
Oh, it's horrible.
One about the zero base. So now he actually gets it on prescription.
Well, there you go,
And so I nick a tub every now and again.
Not well with that.
But yeah, that is the only thing that I can use on my face.
I
did buy some of this, but I mean it were all right, but I don't think it's as good as that.
No, the Nivea thing.
All natural, correct, Joel?
Yeah.
No Botox in this boy. Yes. Maybe one day, but no, not yet.
God, I won't have no injected in me.
Talk about one.
The only thing is, you don't know what they're injecting into you, do you?
I might have one of them bum lifts, like they have. Where they have in the bum, bum lift.
My these.
Hey, I tell you something, Richard. I'll let them suck some out mine and get it to you.
You know what I mean? Have a bit of a bum boost.
Yeah, well, my niece has got a lips done.
So if anybody wants any filler for the...
one of them machines where, when they burn your hair and it doesn't grow back, you know what I mean? Like infrared. So you don't have to have a shave. I've looked at them on the internet to buy them, but they're bloody expensive.
Yeah.
I thought, how good is that? Not having to have a shave for a few months.
I know. Brilliant. Like a laser thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Like that's great, that. Not having to have a shave for a few months. Just have a zap with that every 2 or 3 months. A quick zap over.
Zap all your hair off. The top your fucking head.
I remember when I bought that skin tag remover. Fucking house smelled like a crematorium. Fucking heck, had my shoulder on fire.
Oh, well, when I've watched that Dr. Pimple Popper, and she's had blokes come in with these great big noses with these like lumpy things on. She burns them off.
Yeah.
And you've got thing here with pipe, and she says it does smell a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Stinks. I've got one. It's you put it on, it lets out a little spark, and it goes bzzz, and it burns it off.
That's exactly what she uses.
It burns it, or you smell like you're in a bloody crematorium.
I had to laugh. I was watching it all night. There was this bloke had got these. There was cysts on back of his neck, and one at women that were helping her. So she cut it a little bit, and she started squeezing it, thinking that because it comes out like cream cheese, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or like cottage cheese. Yeah. Well, this one, it just squirted. It got her in face.
Oh.
Assistant. Yeah. It sort of started off like a squirt. And she went, "Oh, I'm sorry about that." She says, "It's just perks of the job, I'm afraid."
Some of them you watch on YouTube, Jesus, when there's one guy, he had something under his arm, and he squeezed it in the bathroom. Honestly, it covered wall. Oh, God, it were a lot.
Good evening.
Sometimes when she does them cysts, it comes out.
It was like that a couple months or so back when I had that boil on my ass. Jesus Christ. Thought there'd been a murder.
Oh, goodness, it's cold.
I had to flipping throw my sheets away. Up in the morning, I thought somebody had been murdered in my bed.
Hey, this is no word of lie, Richard, and you can ask Chris.
Oh,
I had a small one on inside of me, on inside of my leg. Not there, but it was sort of just on inside of my leg, but it was only a small one.
Yeah.
So I says to Chris, just have a look. I says, it ain't half hurting me. And I says, it's like on that flabby part at the top of your leg, inside.
Cheers to a Wembley trip.
Yeah.
Aye, cheers to it.
He says, it looks like a boil. I says, oh God, I says, get some of that Sudocrem slapped on it. I says, we don't want to repeat what Richard went through with that one on his arse.
Oh God, yeah. That was bad, that.
Oh, they are.
So, in other words, he nipped it in the bud. He just slapped a load of that Sudocrem on, and it
It's off, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Best thing that Sudocrem.
If you ever get a boiler out, put that magnesium paste on and it draws it out.
Yeah.
But I got some stuff from chemists and she said, whap some of that on anyway. I went to bed and I forgot about it and it burst that night. So I've still got the unopened brand new tube. I've never used it.
You didn't get a chance to use it.
I've never seen so much crap in my life. Oh, God. It was a plastic patch. It was impossible to wash sheets. I had to throw everything away.
That's what I said to Chris. It's like prevention is better than cure, if you know what I mean.
And I thought, what's this hanging off my arse? It was fitted sheets. I thought, what the?
It's stuck to your arse.
Yeah. Honestly, I walked to the bathroom. I look like Bride to be with a train.
Bride to be.
What's going on here? Oh, that was painful with that.
Like you got your wedding dress and got a train.
That was really that was sore me for days with that until it burst.
It's only thing with it like that.
I can remember one night, Stuart. He just says, right. He says, I'm going to have to go.
That was it. That was the night because I was
no explanation, no nothing.
I don't know.
And he just says, right, I'm going to have to go.
I was in agony.
But it worked. Because at the time we didn't know he'd got a boil on his arse.
Not to make yourself fucking into that, I got a ball in my arse.
It waited till the following night. He came and he says, I'm sorry about last night. He says, it were a bit of an embarrassing situation. He said, I've got this boil on my arse. He says, things took a turn last night. He says, when I went to bed, he says it exploded.
Well, it's not something to talk about, is it? Hey up, guys, I've got a ball in my fucking ass.
They're big and they were flipping big.
Keep that one personal, don't you?
About 4-inch long and about 3-inch wide. It was huge. And it was right next to my arsehole. Oh, God.
Oh, God. I can't imagine.
So, it was like shiny and you touched in the pain. Oof. What are you doing?
I must admit, the one that I had inside of my leg, it were only like a pinhead, if you know what I mean. Yeah. It weren't very big, but same as I said to Chris, left untreated, it could have got bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. So I says, just keep slapping some of that Sudocrem on it.
Well, that's what I did. I threw all my sheets away, put new sheets on them, rammed a lot of Sudocrem on my ass and went back to bed. Sudocrem's good for everything. It's a real good all-rounder in Sudocrem.
Yeah.
Best thing going.
That's the thing. It treats everything and anything. Sudocrem. I mean, this is the thing, Crypto. You get boils when it's in places where sometimes it's chafing or it's sweaty. Let's just say. And that's why I had the one on inside of my leg.
You'll know when you get one, Crypto. The flipping
God.
That's somebody holding a fag end against you.
I've seen my mate have one. He had one. Oh, man, he was agony fucking days.
It is. I mean, even though mine were little, because it was on inside of my leg, everything I wore was
tight,
rubbing on it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You couldn't get away from it.
Lots of times you get reoccurring ones. That one better than bloody reoccur. That's the first time I've ever had one there in my life. I don't want another.
That's one I've never had. I've had a zip there. I fucking popped out with.
Yeah. It's people with sensitive skin are more prone to them. I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's the crux of it. People with sensitive skin are more prone to them because they've got sensitive skin.
Yeah, my mum used to get a lot of boils. She used to be
But,
always...
have you ever watched that Dr. Pimple Popper Crypto?
Oh,
Her name's Sandra Lee, but she's American.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Does all sorts.
Top entertainment.
You know, I'm not squeamish, but I've seen one where it squirts out like that. Oh,
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
I love it.
I think me and Richard's got this macabre.
it must have
You
something.
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love blood. I don't mind having fucking some cunt chopping it off, but seeing that zit come out, you know that.
The only thing that I get a bit squeamish about is when they're messing about with eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you can have your guts hanging out. You can, you know, nearly decapitated your arm, and I wouldn't flinch a muscle. But anything to do with eyes, and you know, that's it.
Just take it out for half an hour. Just get a bit of
God, no. You know, when they're having injections in their eyes and things like that. No.
I mean, I don't mind blood and guts, but I watched him on the other night, and it was a quadruple heart bypass, and they literally had the heart out of his body on his chest,
Yeah.
you know, with all these bloody pipes, and then they buggered off for dinner and left him there.
left him with his heart on his chest.
Yeah, surgeon sat outside eating a cheese butt. He's there, and these statistics there keeping this heart pumping on this machine with all pipes.
Did bloke who were on operating table say, "Did you have Branston on your cheese?"
Unbelievable! I couldn't believe it. They just buggered off for the dinner.
Well, no, I wouldn't like to think they were buggering off.
Yeah,
halfway through.
Sometimes another thing they do is these operations.
Okay, well, we'll come back.
A lot of these operations. Hello, Gary. They pack them and just put one stitch in and go and have the dinner. Pack them with rags, go and have the dinner, and come back and pull all rags out.
Oh God! Johnny said barbecue sauce on the side. You know, I'm just thankful that when all but one that I've been put under when I've had my operations. The only one I were awake for was that one.
Yeah.
And I wish they'd have put me to sleep for that.
Yeah. And they say they do hip replacements now without putting them under. They do it with epidural instead.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's like as well when it's neurosurgery and it's to do with brain.
Yeah.
You have to keep them awake because you know touch something in wrong direction and you've given them a stroke or something.
Yeah,
they've got to be awake so they know that the reactions, you know,
your eyes and that,
you know, they're capable of reactions, and you know.
Yeah, daughter, she was on one a few weeks back, and he had Parkinson's disease, and they cut like a trapdoor in his neck, and they cleaned out plaque out of his veins that fed his brain, and he was awake while they did it.
Plaque.
Yeah, you get plaque in your veins, you know, and it were you know, starving his brain. So they cleaned it all out, and he were improving literally as they were talking to him.
Yeah. See, that's why they have to keep them awake, because it's, you know, especially when they're operating on your brain, because there's different parts of your brain, like your speech and your
animal lecture. He always kept them awake.
Everything, innit?
While they ate their brain.
Oh.
Sticking spoon in top of head. Or in Silence of the Lambs when he had his head cut off, and he was kicking his brain out and putting it on little toasting thing and eating it while he sat there talking to him. Oh God!
Tell you what, Jack. What is his name now? Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins. Tell you what, like, you ever said it to that, like, it's good film to watch.
I've sort of started watching it.
Hannibal.
You know, I don't like horror films, if I'm honest.
when he gets that French policeman up balcony and says, "Do you want your intestines out or in?" And he just cuts him right way across. And they all drop out or balcony onto the street below, all his gizzards.
Well, it's one of them nights tonight because Crypto says she only watched it that yesterday.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Richard, darling.
Yeah. Jodie Foster, wasn't it?
Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, that when he peels the copper's face off. And they all think the copper's dead, and they put him in ambulance, and he's actually got the policeman's face on top of his own, and that copper's on bloody top of the lift.
And I have no intention of getting you. I've got something else in mind. The guy who came Billy with his hat on.
And he escapes, didn't he, at the end? And he says, "Yeah, I'm having a friend round. I'm having a friend for lunch." Eating him.
Oh, God.
That's cool.
Unbelievable.
But I mean, I can't even contemplate or understand why they'd eat people, if you know what I mean. But having said that, I mean, look at that plane crash. They got no other choice but to dig dead people up and eat them.
Oh, yeah.
For survival.
I only watched that film the other week, actually. I watched it. They were what were they? Not Argentina rugby team, but it was somebody like that, weren't they?
Yeah.
We're in Argentina. What were they? I forget what they were. A Mexican football team or something like that. And plane crashed, and they give up looking for them because it was in snow. And they looked for them for a couple of weeks and give up looking for them. And so obviously they started dying, and they started eating dead people.
Oh, a bit of pork chop and leg or something. Yeah, gets with that fucking.
Oh,
but this is the thing. I mean, they're dead, so you know what I mean. In them kind of
situation, yeah.
It's better than eating McDonald's. Yeah, you know, I mean, in them kind of situations, it's survival, isn't it? If you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
they dead anyway.
What can you do? You know what I mean?
In that situation, you've got to do what you've got to do to survive, haven't you?
That's a true story, is that?
Yeah. True. Because they're a big hoo-ha about it, because they charged them with cannibalism, didn't they?
I don't know.
I think they did.
Yeah.
But I don't think it went any further because, you know, they put their story forward. There's only a few of us survived, and the only way to survive, harsh weather conditions, you know, snow and everything. The only way that they could survive was to eat them. I mean, it's not like they could climb a tree and pluck a coconut off a tree or something like that, is it?
Well, it's probably times no coconuts on tree, wouldn't there?
I'd have your human rare, medium, or well done.
I would keep it after well done.
I mean, I suppose when all's said and done, meat's meat.
Exactly. Yeah, the film was called Alive.
That's it.
Yeah, I think I've read that film. I've seen bits of that film, not seen it all.
Yeah, it is. It's a true story, Stuart.
Yeah, I think I've seen little bits of it, but I've never seen.
I'm going to struggle to say this. Uruguayan football team. They were
Uruguayan
football team.
Uruguay.
Who had to find unorthodox methods to survive after their charter plane crashed in the snowy mountains. I don't say where, but lots of
there's no cookbook for it, but
no.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer. Yeah, they basically started eating each other. Oh. And that happened in 1972. The actual real crash happened in 1972.
Now they've got all sorts of shit now, can't you? You can find them in space for a couple of hours.
Well, I think they looked for them. There's no shortage of equipment, but they just couldn't. Hello, Jennifer. They couldn't find them. They couldn't find them because it's snow and shit.
Yeah. The same as they say, it were really bad snow.
bad conditions, and after a fortnight, they just gave up and said, "Forget it." You know what I mean? They're not going to survive this, and unfortunately, they did survive it. Well, most of them did, but they obviously started dropping off their perches after a couple of weeks.
But the thing is, I mean, it's not as if they could go fishing for fish or climbing a tree for a coconut or something like that.
All they had were ice lollies.
Yellow snow.
Yeah.
Probably had a box of matches and made a campfire.
Oh yeah.
Put the meat up in it. Get a bit of fucking pig out.
You know what I mean? You've got to sort it. At the end of the day, you've got to put yourself in their situation.
I'd do it if it becomes that situation where you were stuck somewhere, you didn't know where you were, and you had to survive. And
they weren't looking for you. Hi, Scrapping Irish.
I'd go like Rambo, me. I'd tie a thing round here, I'd put stew ball, and I'd go out hunting. I think that's a good film.
I mean, you imagine being on a desert island. There's all kind of things, there's fish, there's coconuts, there's, all sorts of vegetation growing. But in that situation, there were nothing because it was like a blizzard.
Two places to avoid is New Guinea, because that's where the last tribe is that eats human beings, and it's in New Guinea.
Ever watched that film Castaway?
I've got no intent on going there, Richard.
You ever watched that Castaway with Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
When he's got his balls called Wilson. Wilson! He gets run off.
Talking to a football.
His best friend. All he had, Wilson.
Pardon me. I suppose it stopped him from going insane.
Yeah. He built his little house. Get his little... I'm making a boy in his tank called Wilson's halfway up. He goes, Wilson! That was a good film, that. I watched that 2 weeks ago, that.
Crypto says she's seen that as well. Yeah, he were partner says he were a volleyball. I know it were a ball. Of some description.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, when they die in this tribe in New Guinea, they just keep the head. They bury the head as a thing, for the in remembrance, but they eat the rest of the body.
Ooh.
A bit of chip pie, be all right, won't you?
Do they put the body in a pot to boil and take all meat off at bones?
No, it looks like they put it over a fire here. I'm just watching this guy, this English guy, National Geographic's visiting them, and this guy, this elder, whatever, the tribe leader says, "It's not been a good week this week. We've only had 2 humans."
Oh.
They're cooking, and this guy's eating this meat, and he says, "Please tell me what this is."
I wonder if the tribe would be interested in the cookbook. I bet they get bored of eating the same way all the time. Well, when they do pigs and they put an apple in its gob.
Oh yeah.
Well, they can't do that here because they keep the head.
Yeah, I was just about to say, but in this situation, they probably had to stuff a carrot up his arse.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And a few roast spuds dotted about.
Yeah, get up there. Roast that fucker.
Yeah. And a bit of parsley.
Yeah. Bit of spice on there, be all right.
It's unbelievable. I mean, they live to a ripe old age. No wonder they do. They'd be frightened of dying.
Peter's is a bird of giving head, but that's ridiculous, Richard.
It is. And it says the elders get the first taste. The young ones aren't allowed to have it until the elders have finished. The old young ones get the scraps. Elders get a leg each, a big leg each, and a thigh each, and young ones get scraps of shit.
Yeah. He's what's the magic, probably.
Yeah, I wonder who gets that bit.
Hey, gobble on that.
This guy's eating a human there, this English fella, this visitor, and the same woman's just laughing her head off. She thinks it's really funny, you know. I mean, what? Oh, God forbid.
What's on the menu tonight?
Well, it just looks like beef to me, but it's not beef.
Alfredo, he died earlier.
No, this guy he's eating now, we're called Orion Arena.
I wouldn't want to know
We're
the
in
name.
we're in his 70s, so it's not really prime meat, is it?
But a bit chewy.
It doesn't look.
That's a good question. Who gets the breast meat?
The guy.
Look on his face when he's eating it. My God, it's a picture. I don't mind. There's a pig running around in the background. Why don't they eat the damn pig?
I hope they have a field day with me.
Yeah.
And plenty to go around tribe twice.
There's a little black pig running around in the background.
Try catch them fuckers. Fucking pigs.
That's probably why they don't not eating them, Stuart, because they can't catch them.
They've got like tusks, right, with an hole in the end, and they put it on their own man, this tusk, and it's like a little storage thing, and they've got the roll-ups and everything in tusks and all their fangs and stuff in tusks that's on the end of the dick. It's unbelievable.
Oh dear, I've heard of everything there.
They get a delivery like once or twice a month off this little plane, comes and lands and gives them a delivery. And pilot doesn't even get out at plane. I know no bloody chance.
I wonder why. Hi,
Get your stuff. I'm going.
I'll pop it over there. Wait till I've got back in plane before you go and retrieve it.
Tommy, I'm home. Hello, Tommy.
Oh God!
Unbelievable.
It's a wonder he made it out alive.
I know. Well, brutal. They do these tribe people. Oh God! They've all got a thing through the nose, like a pie.
Yeah, like a bamboo, isn't it?
The bones, aren't they? They put bones through the nose.
This looks like a piece of bamboo to me. It's hollow or whatever it is. And they've got teeth that look rather like human teeth on the necklaces.
Tribal chiefs out there with a bongo music.
You know, each to their own. You know what I mean? I'm just glad I don't live in Europe. We're at Uruguay.
Yeah, pigs eating people and animal. Yeah, and that guy in that room, and he'd been playing some sort of weird game with somebody, and he tore his face off. Do you remember him? The guy who he tore an animal and he tore his face off. You know, oh God, cut his own face off.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Some weird film. See these people.
I'll stick to my chicken. What I'm having for my dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it.
God, if I ended up over there, they'd end up putting a few toes in a protein shake.
Oh God!
Yeah, they all look very. They're all very athletic. There's nobody. They're all skinny buggers.
With meat I've got on me, it'd last them a couple of days.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't believe how many wild animals there is in the background, but yet they're tucking into flipping some guy who died a couple of weeks back.
Probably taste better than animal.
Must do.
Do they when you say that they're tucking into somebody that I had Kevin that died a couple of weeks ago?
Died, yeah.
You would have thought that rigor had set in, and
well, they're probably not bothered, are they? Once they've, will you get off me bloody keyboard?
Sliced up that he's been dead. They sliced him up, put him on a fucking hook.
Yeah, I mean, if they're chucking them on a fire, what's it matter? You know.
That's it. But what I'm saying is, if they've been dead for a fortnight, they start.
Well, they might. I don't know. They might do something with him so they don't go out. I don't know. But there's a guy. They're all digging into this chap, and elders saying one at a time. Is that's it? one at a time.
I was sticking a finger somewhere. Oh, nice bucket. I didn't know you twat.
Human meat is the best, what I'm saying. Bloody hell.
My God.
I had one that it's because it's subtitled, because obviously you can't tell us. I had one last week, but we didn't know who it was. All right, who was it? It's a random stranger. Plaguing hell.
Did they just fall out at the sky?
I've no idea. But I didn't know who it was. What the hell?
Did they parachute onto wrong island?
Right, all right, yeah. And my parents still haven't told me. All right, that's very good of them. Might be your parents yet. Unbelievable.
Oh,
Yeah, there's loads of dogs and pigs, and yeah, I have eaten 2 humans this week. Oh, fire. One was a man, one was a woman.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They taste the same.
Well, that sort of ticked one question off. You know, does a woman taste different to a man? But
I'll
yeah,
tell you
that's
something.
that question.
Don't say meat, innit?
We'd never eat a white man. They can't eat white men.
What's wrong with us?
We're safe then.
I'll tell you something. When they open their mouths, it's blatantly obvious there's no dentist there. That's for sure.
Dentist.
Oh
dear.
So if we go there, Jeanette, we're safe, aren't we? They don't eat us.
No. If you're white, you're safe.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. They must not think you're prime meat.
Probably are.
It must be a case of once you've had black, there's no going back.
Yeah.
That's what they say, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Can't believe all this crap goes on. Well, it only goes on in this place.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Oh my God, they actually... Oh, let's see if I can get that back up.
You wouldn't have thought it, would you?
Oh.
They've got one here after it's been eaten, and they're holding sort of the remains up, and they've tied it to like a pole or something. I don't know why. The bits that are left, they've tied it to a pole. He must have been a naughty boy.
Yeah.
Oh, fire. Unbelievable.
Leave penis fit dogs.
Mia, stop whining. I can't believe it.
This is the thing. I mean, I can't say like sophisticated, but you know what I mean? We wouldn't even dream of doing anything like that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
No.
They're acting about killing animals as well, and they see a scorpion, they just grab it and eat it while it's still ringing. You know, it's a bit of a snack en route.
Yeah.
God. Oh.
Like you go in your bag and get a bag of crisps.
Yeah, if they see a scorpion or anything like that, they just pick it up, bloody tails whipping around with sting on it. I'll kill you.
No wonder you're meowing. She probably thinks she's next.
You're back here, look.
Unbelievable.
Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. You know, these things do go on in you know, back and beyond.
Well, look at China. They eat all sorts of shit, them, don't they?
Yeah. But one thing for sure, they'd never eat themselves because they've no bloody mate on them, have they? Enough
I don't think I've ever seen a fat Chinese person.
No. So they eat rice and bloody noodles.
And a bit of this and a bit of that. Scorpion on a stick.
You never see a fat Chinaman, that's for sure.
No.
Because they eat shite, man. They eat anything, them. 50 fuckers, them, man. Just gonna go get a fat.
Yeah.
Again, I'm mentally scarred tonight when I go to bed after watching this shit.
Gary says yes, sumo wrestlers.
Yeah, that's only one side, sumo wrestlers. Oh, they're Chinese sumos.
I'm bringing Liverpool for me.
But yeah, just glad we're English.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, you know, Richard had said before, it's the only living tribe that still
eats humans.
Eats humans. Thank God for that.
I know.
You can only access it via a plane or a boat. You know, it's because when this guy goes near them you go near them on a boat, they're all there on beach with their spears waiting for you. So you don't bother going in, I'll tell you. Sod that.
Crypto says prawn salad for tonight.
Fuck that one.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on shore for you with spears.
Correct. That's exactly what they do. They're all there.
If he's a black guy, he's screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. You white like get out. Lead up there. Go in.
That's one shoreline. Their boats will not go near.
No.
Could do with a few of them over here on our shores. Imagine canoes coming over. They'd have a field day, wouldn't they? Look at this lot. Why, God, we're not going to go hungry tonight. Yeah. Just put them all. Just line a few of them Papua New Guinea tribe people up at Dover. That'd sort all its problems out.
Just shit, I said, won't they?
Oh God, yeah. They'd have 45-gallon drums burning all day and night, ready for corpses.
And even probably have some to, for Ron.
They'd end up setting up a drive-through so you could have a human burger. Yeah, drive-through human burger joint.
Yeah,
Dover.
On the border.
Yeah,
on Dover Bay. Dover Shed, Dover Bay.
Yeah.
Get your meat burgers here.
Unbelievable.
Get your French burgers called Ratter Meat.
Waters don't need bigger boats, they need bigger sharks, yeah.
There's more than fucking sharks.
Yeah, but even sharks wouldn't deter them, though, would they?
Went down,
That's what I mean. Not about the day, I listen to them. Not about securing the borders. Well, get on with it, you fucking daft cunt.
You've been saying it for long enough.
You know, get it done.
That's
well,
it.
They're fucking country, then they give me fucking asylum. They're all fucked off back. Well, about with France. They said, well, friends, I said, well, we can't stop them. They cut our borders. It's up to us to send them back, but they don't want them back. Well, you're fucking having them back because they're not our
The thing is, if this country wasn't so soft and put them up in hotels and things like that, they'd soon turn around and go back.
Yeah, don't give them no benefits, no nothing. You're not having it. Go.
You land on beach, you sleep on beach. That's where you're staying.
Yeah, because you ain't coming on land.
But
it just makes one wonder how. I mean, I watched a documentary the week about them where they're all shut at the borders of fucking France in little hideaway centre. And they're going on, and the police are there. But what are you doing? You fucking idiot! Get them sorted. They're not dinkies.
The French police will sit and watch them get in the dinghies.
Yeah, they watch them get dinghies, and the time they get dinghies, they're off. Little rowboats, and they're like.
I think this were a news report I watched.
Yeah.
And they were like border officials on duty with the French border people. And they were just stood there, just letting them get in dinghies, and they weren't stopping them in any way, shape or form.
And then they're coming to our British waters. We cop hold of them. We've got to take them to our shores.
Yeah. and feed them, clothe them, and you know, and everything else.
Have you heard about that, remember that guy that did that Manchester bombing?
Yeah, through oil of it.
Yeah, they know all over a prison officer. How's it got? It should be locked up. It should be in a...
Yeah, they were a programme on about it. I think it was Good Morning Britain.
Yeah.
And they were interviewing a female prison officer, and she got PTSD. She got stabbed, and it changed her life forever, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And what's his name? Richard Whiteley says, "Well, why do they give these things like hot water and blah blah blah? It's the human rights."
Exactly. But yeah, you're on about bloody. What? Who folks shot him now? They want to put him in bloody. What is it? The Belmarsh.
But this woman, I think she was campaigning or something.
Yeah.
And it's like the thing that she'd got. It was like a bit like a zip up sweatshirt, similar to what you've got on.
Yeah.
But it protects them against, to a certain extent, stabbing.
Yeah.
Hot fluid being chucked on them and everything. And this like plastic, like body armour.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
they don't give them anything like that.
Well, I think someone there tell it.
Not Richard Whiteley, Madeley. That's it, Richard Madeley.
They're about training some officers up to have tasers. Don't train.
That was brought up in conversation as well, Stuart.
Yeah,
and she said these attacks happen in a split second before they've even got a chance to get the tasers out.
Oh yeah, anything. All I've got is a baton.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They're not giving the protection, and this is why the number of prison officers is dwindling, because they're not getting the right protection that they should have.
Yeah.
Richard Madeley. Richard something or other.
I thought Richard Whiteley. He dated 9 years ago with Richard Whiteley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Richard Madeley.
Richard Madeley.
He's married to Judy Finnegan or something.
Yeah, Judy Finnegan, yeah.
Well, anyway, I can't believe that they've not got... The only protection that they've got is in riot situations, like riot shields and... You know what I mean? But the run-of-the-mill prison officer has got no protection at all.
They've got a bit of CSS gas.
And shall I tell you how he did that? That with boiling water. You know how you've got them, the like drop-down peephole things.
Oh, yeah.
Down so they can check,
people, yeah.
They went to unlock that, and he must have been waiting behind the door for that person, or, I don't think he singled a particular prison officer out.
Yeah. But why?
And stood waiting for him to open this. I don't know. I mean, Gary might know what they're called. It's like a thing where they check on them and.
It's a bloody, what is it?
Like a letterbox size.
Yeah, they put it down. But why has he got more than one? So why has he got a kettle? Well, he's a dangerous man. He blew up people at Manchester's bloody arena, for Christ's sake. Why can we
they're not getting the protection that they should have.
No.
Especially in a high category prison.
Well, literally, that's your full Sutton possibly a high category prison, well, a high category, but obviously they got hold of it. Why did he solid confinement or locked away somewhere where you can't get hold of anybody under lock and key 24/7?
I mean, even when they're showing you pictures on him, it looks a bit,
not
altogether there.
I think he lost it.
Who's that?
That guy who did that Manchester bombing.
Yeah.
Oh, it won't be a full shilling.
Yeah.
That's
No,
for
that
sure.
was the way.
Well, there weren't it him that did the Southport killings? That
Yeah, the way. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
the Manchester bomber, that were hot oil.
Yeah, and the Southport, and the Southport one.
That were in that were boiling water.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
And
that was just chucking it out through bloody imaging.
Yeah, but why do you got a chemical anyway? If it's a like cat prisoner, it's not have a bloody kettle in his cell. You know what I mean?
I mean, I looked at it this way. I mean, before all this human rights and everything, back in the days, you'd. I hope Duck swims here as well. You'd have to slop out. You'd have to piss and shit in a bucket.
I've been in prison. I'll tell you what he had was a little table, a chair, 3 in a bucket, 2 bunk beds, 1 here, and a shit bucket. God, you had to piss shit in it. Then you get a little more on a little soft ass.
And then and then they used to have to go to wherever they go to eat it.
Yeah.
And you'd have to sit down there and eat it.
Now they can go back to the cell. They've got portable TVs, videos.
It's all wrong, this human rights, What had this, the Stockport killings, what human rights they got? None.
Exactly. Stuck in a cell with his Wi-Fi, his bloody portable TV, his radio.
PlayStation, or you name it.
Exactly. Trouble like coal prison.
And they can go and spend money in wherever it is.
Well,
chocolate, biscuits, you name it.
That's always been the same, right? You go down, you get so much, and obviously, but to bring back the old shit, scum like that should just shit in a bucket. Shit in a bucket.
That's what I'm saying. Olden days, you had to shit and piss in a bucket, pop out in the morning, and then take your,
Hello, how are we doing?
They were horrible, them, I've seen some people get some fucking horrible message with them. Oh my God. One guy, I remember one guy, he was about this. He gobshite all day. He just one of these fucking idiots. And I swear to God, one day they come out, 3 of them come together with him, and they poured all the buckets of piss over him, this shit, everything. And he started screaming out loud. He was an idiot. He was an absolute fucking moron. And I tell you, and I think that's why I stopped it all, because they were just. I mean, even now today, shit. I
mean, if we were, a gob on stick, I mean, he deserves everything that he gets.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a bit of shit and piss?
I know that same for a bit. Gob on a stick.
I'm only 18. I'm like,
gob on a stick.
I heard that for a bit. Gob on a stick. My mum used to say that. Bloody gob on a stick is that bugger.
But you know what I mean? I mean, what's a bit of shit and piss between friends? You know what I mean?
I mean, don't get me wrong. He was a good man. He was just about an idiot. He was just one of his guys. And to stir him up, that's what you have to do to him.
I mean, like nowadays, Crypto says, I've just remembered. Hey, I tell you what we had earlier on.
What? Double play cargo billionaire.
Fire.
Bloody hell. Oh, Magnum.
Gorgeous.
I don't like them.
Oh, I love it.
Chris went down to Asda and says, I bought you some.
Get down, you little bastard.
But yeah, you know what I mean? I think we're way too soft nowadays with people in prison. Especially like, same as that guy murdered 3 innocent young children.
Exactly.
They don't deserve any privileges.
Exactly. Deserve to stuck in a cell, leave there and rot.
But yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It were an old Crypto, it were gorgeous.
Did you like my thing that I put up on Facebook for you to read, Jeanette?
The what?
Did you like the thing that I put up on Facebook and there was only you what liked it?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a cup. It's got
That's
a cup.
It's coming.
It's got a cup.
Coming in post.
Yeah. I know Chris and Callum are buzzing.
Gary says he thought it
No,
was
Chris and Callum are buzzing. Oh, Callum is anyway. They've got tickets to Wembley.
And Coach sorted as well.
Yeah.
Hi,
I
Tim.
see a TikTok. I see a
Hello,
TikTok.
Tim, how are you doing?
He goes,
Wembley.
No, there's no word of a lie, right? Chris did these Wembley tickets last night. And I get up this morning and he says, "We're going to Wembley, Mum." I says, "I know. Can they when your dad bought tickets?" I says, "In fact, I paid for them."
Oh, yeah.
It was that excited.
oh, I was. Because Chris,
Yeah,
when I say, because when it got to Wembley, I'll be in playoffs. Chris said, fucking watch on telly. Watch on telly. Watch on telly. No,
I know, but it's not the same,
No.
is it?
It's not same. It's something that, you
So,
know,
so is that a night time one today, or is that an afternoon one, that Wembley one?
3 o'clock, I think.
The 3 o'clock one? I don't know.
3, 4 o'clock, innit?
The 3 o'clock, yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah. Well, FA Cup were R4, weren't it?
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, I love that. I watched that game today. Crystal Palace deserved that, bless them.
Yeah.
Good old match, that.
Yeah.
Tonight, Crystal Palace.
And because it made me laugh, and they were all excited, telling me that it got Wembley. I said, "No, I bought them."
Yeah. And he's on TikTok earlier. I've got Wembley ticket. I'm about to tell you guys, I've got the Wembley ticket.
It's lovely though.
And they're up. It said something. They're up.
They've only ever went once before, and that was when Sheffield United played Man City, I think. What was that way where you went to Wembley before, baby? What was that you went to when you played Man City?
FA Cup semi-final.
FA Cup.
Yeah.
Only just beat us 3-0.
I know. Yeah, I remember that one.
But yeah, they went to Wembley that
I've
time as well. But
yeah. Hopefully they'll get up there, because I'll tell you what, I don't care what anybody says, Sheffield United deserve to go up. Because them there, right, them guys that have been through with them and Leeds all figured, and what happens?
They were advertised.
They lost 3 games on top, that's what fucked them up. Them 3 games they lost. And then fucking City Burnley came up.
I don't know.
well, that Don Goodman's been at it again apparently.
Oh
he
yeah.
used to play for Sunderland.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking don't like that call. Fucking hate Sunderland.
No, Chris don't like him.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, it were well stoked, Gary. I thought, well, you're telling me that's something that I already know. You know what I mean?
So it's the first time Callum's been down to Wembley.
No, we went when Sheffield United played Man City.
Oh, you know then, yeah. That's one place I've never been in Wembley. I wanted to go with bloody. I would go last year with Southampton bloody beat Leeds. I thought I'm glad it fucking go now.
But yeah. You see, general sale tickets didn't go on till yesterday.
Yeah.
Because they offer them season ticket holders first.
Yeah, and then they offer their public.
Then they offer them to membership after that.
And then normal way.
And then to general public.
35,000 tickets have been sold at Wembley.
Apparently it's all sold out now.
Well, it will be. Obviously, Sunderland will bring what? So you're going to talk what? Talking about 70,000 fans at least.
Well, I think they've had 35,000 tickets allocated each.
You can't buy them. You cannot buy. You'll get Snyder ones, don't get it? Cost you about fucking 500 fucking quid. You get the Snyder ones.
This is what gets me mad as well. Chris was saying that he's seen it on Facebook. Oh, I've got 4 tickets for.
I'm not going to get 4 tickets when I've been fucking done a draw yet. I think that.
Yeah, I bought four tickets by mistake. Chris says it's a load of looks. He says they're just buying them to sell them on at extortionate prices.
Yeah, we've seen people do that before now.
No,
Yeah.
honestly,
It's rife among these big
you
events.
Yeah, I know. You'll go to Wembley on Monday, right? And then you'll see people outside selling tickets for about, say they cost like £200 or £100 for a ticket. You'll get them selling about fucking £500 for a ticket. I'm idiots on paper.
Yeah.
You
See, that's happened with Oasis as well.
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
People have gone and they've ordered multiple tickets and then they're selling them on at extortionate prices.
So they're getting down there, is it Coach like from
Coach? Well, there's a YouTuber that's called Blades Ramble.
Oh yeah.
And they've booked it with him.
Oh, well, that's all right. At least they've had to bring drive down there and drive.
That's it.
That's
it. Same as Chris says, at least I know. But I think they're leaving. I think they're leaving at 6:15 in the morning.
Yeah, to get down because it's going to be hectic down there, isn't it? Bloody hell.
But yeah, their coach is leaving about 6:15.
It's about 3.5 hour journey for you, did it?
Just over 3 hours, I think.
We're
on about it other night, Richard. Thursday, I think it were.
Yeah, 3 hours.
It says 3 hours and a minute.
But then you get that's into London, then you got to go through traffic in London. Oh, that's hectic and 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning.
But I mean, you imagine 35,000 fans from each team descending on Wembley.
Exactly.
Could be mayhem.
And then you're going to go through central London all at the same time at what? Say, 6 o'clock, 9, 10.
Chris says something about once they get off at Bourse, they've got to get Tube or something. Stanmore.
Stanmore.
Wembley's on the outskirts, so it's not going to be that hectic.
Yeah. Stanmore is where it's like a coach park thing.
Yeah.
And then everybody's got to descend onto Tube or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So on the very outskirts is Wembley.
Oh, well, babe.
I'm looking forward to peace and quiet, if truth be known.
I bet you are.
What?
Not because you're a whiny dog pining for me.
He don't whine. He just goes to the front door. So long as he's fed and he's lets out for a shit and a piss, that's all he's bothered about.
You'll get your good, nice big flat cup of tea. You'll be all right. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be sound. Yeah. At least you won't have to wear them.
Yeah, underground at Stanmore. That's the one you will get on to get to Wembley.
Yeah.
That'll take you directly straight to Wembley. Wembley's at
he did say that once you get off at Coach, they've got to go on. He said Tube or underground.
Yeah, true. If Coach is dropping them off at Stanmore, that's the end of the line. It's Stanmore. It's a terminus. That's the most northerly tube station.
I mean, can imagine what it's going to be like down there in Stanmore tube station with nearly fucking 35 or 20,000 fucking fans and fans.
It looks like it's geared up specifically for football fans, that tube station.
Yeah. Oh, there'll be police everywhere down there.
Depot it is. Stanmore Depot. It's a big
I definitely will watch that. I'm going to get a few beers. I know it's afternoon time, but I don't care shit. I'm going to get a few beers. And I'm going to watch that. That's going to be a good match, that.
Chris says, Callum says, are you going to watch it, see if you can see us? Huh?
Well, you might up there, then.
Fucking 70,000 people in stand, and you want me to have a look, see if I can see you?
Quite amusing, really, because it's London Underground, but you actually don't go underground. it's underground, but it's actually overground.
150 quid, it might be enough for 2 beers when we get there.
You get off at Wembley Park station, and you're just there. You've got it's like a 2-minute walk straight into Wembley.
Yeah, that's what it is.
150 quid, but coach down and back up and...
No. That's he's exaggerating a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he says 150 quid or back, just get us 2 pints. I think it's about £8 pint, I think.
Something like that, I don't know. I've got a fucking
That's
clue.
I mean, that's expensive, but to be fair, for London, it's not that bad. You can pay £6 a pint round here.
Well, yeah, exactly, Richard, yeah.
You can pay £6 around here.
Just a pity you can't take your crate of lager, could you? Were you ready?
Chris said they were going to get some beers.
And smuggle a bit down there.
He's just said to me, he says that in his book coach with no alcohol.
That's no good. It is beer. Especially what we know with the win. Going to celebrate going, oh, coach. Can't shout, you can't scream.
Chris says you'll have to make sure you have a few before you went. It says at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. But Pip's trying to get down there, weren't they? That's it.
You know what I mean?
6 o'clock.
Exactly.
Too early. I'll start at 15:15 if you don't mind.
Oh, that's all right. Just get that back seat, Chris. I can't see. Driver can't see you with your bottle of whiskey.
I mean, it's
Oh, it's not like old days, is it? I mean, I never used to go travelling. My mate did. I used to go by coaches. And I'll tell you what, right? It's I used to go. You want to come one day? I said, no, fuck that. And he went, honestly, God, they're getting crates of being on fucking coach. They're celebrating drivers just cruising about, driving, not taking notice at time. And now it's all civilised, isn't it? Now it's all.
I think it's mainly the bus drivers and everything.
Yeah,
if some people get unruly, they're on their own, having to, sort
deal with it.
That.
Yeah. I mean, usually they have years ago, bloody hell, they used to have a steward that used to come on the bus, from the football grounds.
Yeah.
But you'll be right.
Pixie's in training.
There is, yeah, that's the one.
F is for fuck it.
Mm.
Oh, shit, I've just started. Have one. What do you like?
Yeah, I was telling my mate though, every time I said, Stuart said, I was saying to him, are you going to watch that FA? I said, no, I'm definitely going to watch that FA. I said, that bloody playoffs. He went, even he said, Sheffield United deserve to go up. What they've done this season, and it's been Sheffield United, Leeds, Sheffield United, Leeds. That's always been from what? Bloody hell, Jeanette.
Well, same as Chris says, them few matches that they lost that
3 matches back to up. And 3 matches on top, it screwed them up completely. Then, then Burnley, they came from fucking nowhere, started winning games.
Yeah, come on, Gary. I'll come and pick you up.
We can double day it.
My God.
Pardon me.
I can remember them walkabout pubs. I don't know whether there's any left going nowadays.
Yeah. I don't do walkabout pubs tomorrow, bloody hell. I don't even know how to go in pubs now, like I used to.
People can't afford to go.
Oh, I mean,
nowadays. It's just as it's a lot cheaper. Like Chris got a few cans in. That's it.
But even you go out one night out, you get bunch of assholes, dickhead, little wankers. They want to fucking fight you because you looked at him. What are you about, idiot? I'm looking over there.
The thing is, when you're in your own living room drinking, you're not getting, others that think they're, big I am and whatever. You drink it at your own pace. You drink it, not endurance or anything.
And then you can stack up the toilet, have a piss when you want. There's some guys there perming, looking at your fucking dick. Been fucking all tough. What are you doing, you dirty cunt? You know, fucking way. Hell, fuck off.
But yeah, you know what I mean. I mean,
A couple of weeks ago, Jeanette, last time Capital over to Leeds, I goes in a pub in fucking Doncaster. I thought, fuck it, I was going for a beer. And I just got in a fucking pub, bought a beer pint. This guy tapped me on the shoulder. I went, what? He went, you've just been looking at my bird. I went, what are you on about, dickhead? He said, I just walked up the fucking door. Oh, you fucking bird. He's a big idiot. They're a fucking big guy. I don't know, a really big guy. I went, oh, fuck off, mate. I said, go away from me, right? I got the fact, I said, he just screwed me and talking his bird at the door. I'm out, he's outside, he's like that, you growl at me. I said, what's your fucking problem, mate? He went, you'll be, I said, look, mate, I've just walked through the fucking door 5 minutes ago, a couple of seconds ago, yeah? I don't know your bird, mate. So when you said a favour, fuck off and leave me a fucking door.
This is the thing, I mean, anything to start trouble.
I didn't even know the fucking what we were talking about. They were about the guy in my life. And I walked in to go get a beer.
Last time we went to pub, it were Callum's 21st. And we went to this place and it were like, you know, you could have a drink and whatever. And then we went to our local Marshall down road.
Oh, yeah.
It was dead as a dodo.
Well, sometimes they're the best pubs.
I mean, it's changed hands a couple of times since we went in.
Yeah. Sometimes,
you know, flogging dead horses comes to mind because people just ain't got the money for it.
Oh, I mean, I've got a local club over there I'm a member of. It's only a couple of, you know, out of my street, 5 minutes up the road, just up on the street. And even there, it's like, I suck bitter when I'm out, but I can't suck bitter. I can't suck lager in a pub, but I can suck lager in the house. And it's like £3.60 a pint. And I go in there and it's like, they're all bored and couldn't be up. I know they all are. You got
a pet duck, Richard?
Sorry?
You got a pet duck?
Say that again.
Have you got a pet duck?
No, it was just me. It makes that one bottle gets down, it goes.
See what it is, though, you can't go out to pubs now because there's too much violence. You know, the people, I mean, the date not ended up in Tesco. Pubs aren't the same like they used to be.
But
that's our part.
State house again.
Like when me and Chris first got together, we were out every weekend. I mean, they didn't used to go to, you know, go out when they were working during week. We just used to go out nearly every weekend.
Yeah. Well,
Friday and Saturday night. But you can't do it now.
Well, me and Kathy were the same. But me and Jeanette, what I used to do, well, like, my dad at 14, I had a bit of bum fluff, so I got in the pub at 14 with my dad. You know, a bit of bum fluff here on my face. And we used to go out, and we was all mates and that. We go glass collecting. So my dad goes, what are you doing, Stuart? You know money? I went, I've got glass collecting, Dad. And you got a job at glass? I said, no. He went, you fucking better not be called. I said, I am. What? I got downtown, right? You say, like, so we'll put the beer down and we'll go that corner and we're going to talk at somebody, strike the beer and fuck off. I'll tell you what, Jeanette, I was just scrouse bags. We got his bus fare home, bag of fucking chips, some bags.
Pissed and didn't have to pay for none on it.
No, that was it. That's what you always do every week, right? We didn't know how, you know. Sometimes we get a bit of dough, we buy a beer, then we got a bit of skin, we go glass secting. And he said one day, I went, just show me how you do this. I was about 18, just show me how you do this. I went, he said, well, what if this guy caught me? And he said, I'll fucking spark him, mate. If he touches me. And two of us came out and I called Mick, he was a fucking donut, he was a fucking fit cunt, big idiot, you know. I went, Mick, I got this glass, picked it up. He's looking now, I've got this fucking beer around.
You didn't hang about.
What's it, mate? I said, oh, fucking don't know. I said, this is mine, mate. I've got like that carpet down. That's mine, mate. He goes, the full one. He said, yeah. So I said to Mick, I went, see a corner there. He's talking to that guy there. He's turned. He said, "Right, go get the beer." He goes over. He goes through it. He's gonna get caught. I said, "I know he is. Watch this." He picks a beer up and turns. I said, "Put that beer down before I smack you straight in the fucking nose, you big fat cunt." And honestly, and Dad goes, and after that day, I thought, Dad, I've stopped it now. I've stopped it for a long time. Yeah. He said, "This is exactly still." I said, "I wonder why you always come home fucking pissed, you." Never got beat up, never got caught. Then, you know, but now you can't even leave a drink on the fucking table all the time because some good spikes you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like years ago, you pissed off to outside, but you absolutely could go to the toilet.
Everywhere you went.
Yeah. You literally went now. Fucking hell, nowadays you've got to look after that first, mate. I'll get bar stuff, look after that for me. Like over at Hawthorne Club, I can leave my beer anywhere I want in there and no one touches it, mate. You know what I mean? It's not like, I mean, it's got its problems. But every club has got a problem, but it's not that bad. It can be a bit shy, like. But all the good thing about that club to that, I can stagger home.
Oh dear.
And I've actually got a couple of alley, yeah. It's alley like that, and it's got like half a hedge here and half a fence and a full hedge. Fucking hell, walking around nights, it's pitch black. And as you come to the top of it, it's got like a load of old car garage space now, yeah, for all cars. Fucking walking out like that. Whoa.
Yeah, did you hear what Stuart was saying about his escapades, nicking people's beer?
Nicking beer?
Yeah, years ago when I was early young, Chris. Called glass collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, my mate, he had, what is it? He had 3 false teeth at front and he used to put them in his beer to stop people nicking it.
Yeah.
He used to pull them out and stick them in his pipes and nobody would nick them.
And honest to God, mate, we used to go out, maybe mates, about 4 or 5 of us used to go out. We'd get us bus fare into Leeds. We'd go to pubs. We'd start just looking about. We'd get a beer. We'd have enough for 1 beer. And that went it all night. We'd just go glass collecting all night, mate, nicking people's beer. We'd end up with a bus fare home, fags, and a bag of chips up way home, mate. And, you know, it was fun times there. But you really could do it, you know what I mean?
I can remember going a night out with a father.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. You know, I tell you, you get wankered.
Oh,
still get bus fare home, bag of chips, and you
change on me a tenner, but I can remember going out with a father.
Yeah.
You'd be able to have a few pints and probably get some chips.
Yeah, exactly.
When I left school, a pint of bitter were 55 pence.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
It were bitter.
Yeah.
That was cheapest I can remember it. I think mild were cheaper, but you know, that were shit. It was just like gravy browning.
Oh, I don't like that. Never liked the mild way.
Bitter were at 55p when I left.
5 pence, yeah, I remember it. Remember, I don't know ever smoked it.
On payday, we used to have lager, Kaltenberg pills, it were called.
Yeah,
we used to have that on payday.
Aye, old up Kaltenberg, yeah, I remember them. Those have fag machines in pubs, little vending machines. You put your 78 pence for a packet of fags. In a vending machine, but you only got 16.
Oh, yeah. Used to get changed, sellotaped at fags.
Tell you, yeah. Yeah. Tell you, let's go to that.
Used to pull them out of the drawer, and they were like a 10p and a 2p. And
stood it back at machine then, stick it.
No, must be put loaded.
I can't remember.
But I remember that changed, sellotaped at fag packets.
Sometimes in it, yeah. You'd put your fags out, you'd pay for fags in the fucking fag machine, and the fags are stuck up so you can't get the fucking thing out of your fucking phone today. Let's get some, you know, oh, I'm telling you.
When I worked exactly the same. And one day, this guy, he pulled the drawer out and he managed to get hold of another packet.
Yeah,
another packet.
Right. Yeah. Oh, they were twats there. You didn't take right because you had to put your money in. And it's all right. If you left it for a couple of seconds after it's like, oh. Many times I've seen them fucking being punched and smashed in.
You sat out your box with all flipping singles in it.
Yeah.
The middle's missing out of them.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. And you get some twat that head go like that, you bang into it, piss out my head and go,
yeah.
They'll play the next song. And you get some guy, is that my song? Well, you
had to put 20p in light above snooker table to get light to come on.
Yeah, you're still doing that old club over there. You know, club out, you know, like children, it. 20 pence in the thing, but all right.
Had to put 20p in to get light to come on above snooker table.
Yeah. No, they're the good old days.
Wow. And if you didn't win your game, you didn't get another bloody game, I'll tell you.
Oh, that was it.
The winner stays on, and if you didn't win, that's it. You didn't get another do because the people you start to sign a board to have a do.
Yeah.
Put your name and initials on a board to have a game.
Sometimes you get scubbed up and someone else.
If you didn't win, that was the only one game you got in a night.
Yeah. I never used to play snooker when I was a kid. I never used to. And pool, that just bores me. That just bores me to death, pool.
Yeah, I was never into pool, but snooker, I was captain at the summer team, and we won league. We did twice.
Yeah. Snooker. I've only started playing snooker the last couple of years with a mate of mine, Telly. I've not played it a lot of fucking. It's COVID, actually. I think it was 19. When was it? 2019, I think it was the last time I played it. Summertime 2019. Just have to come back.
How are you?
We went to a competition in Lytham, a snooker competition, and this lad brought his works van, and we put garden furniture in back, so we were all sat on garden furniture, boozing, drinking, and coppers stopped us on way back afterwards and opened back doors, and just a mass of smoke come out, and we're all sat on garden furniture with all bottles and cans and everything. Copper just said, "Forget it, carry on." It couldn't be asked. We're too much to sort out.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Believe it or not, though, I want that very good at snooker. I'm a bit shit, me at snooker. I can whack balls, but then get in your pockets when you've got that long shots and all this. Well, look at the fucking put that side here. What side? How come on? Oh, ball off the vest, but see if it went in.
We used to have one lad who was called Mike, and if he weren't winning, he got really stroppy. It was painful. It was embarrassing, and we used to put him on against their best players just to wind him up. It was funny. God, he'd be banging Q on table, kicking pints. Oh, he was embarrassing, but he was funny. It was like
I know I'm sort of changing the subject. I was reading on Google, and it were about this. It were about this. You were a learner driver, right? So cops pulled him over. He'd got nobody outside on him. He hadn't got no L plates on him. So they seized the vehicle, right? So they says, "You've got to come down," because apparently he hadn't got his license. I don't know. I don't know all ins and outs of it. But anyway, he went down later on, paid release fee for his car, and a couple of hours later he got stopped again and had it seized twice in one day.
Oh, stop.
Oh, God. I said to Chris, can you imagine that? I said, it cost him a bloody fortune to keep going it out. I says, the moral of the story is, you've got caught once and had it seized.
Don't go out again with it.
And if you're fucking daft enough to go out same afternoon.
I know folk who've been done for drink driving more than once. They don't learn.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, you know, and it title was something that, you know, world's daftest driver, got his car seized twice in one day because he went and fetched it back and paid fee and everything. And then later that afternoon, he got stopped again.
To be honest with you, I'll tell you what, my friend died 3 years ago this year. I'll tell you about. Well, her partner now, her ex-partner, I used to go out doing all sorts when they do it. He used to drink and drive, but I'll tell you what, yeah? You can have a few beers down at wheel, maybe 4, 5, whatever, 6, yeah? And whenever I went, he always took me home safe. But there were times that when Kelly died, he just went on this fucking mad, stupid mission. You fucking trashed 2 cars.
That's one thing Chris would never do. He'd never drink and drive.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why, instead of driving next week, he's going on the coach so he can have...
Exactly. Can I have a drink? Yeah, that's it. There's no point in going down there and have a fucking coffee or whatever, you know what I mean? You let celebrate. Win or lose. You know, you let it go down and have a good day, you know, down London.
But yeah, I was laughing at it, I were. I thought, I bet coppers love him. You know, been and, you know, seized his car twice in one day. I wonder if he went and retrieved it a second time.
Yeah. What gets me though, I mean, it's like they go out, they get all these bad shit, they get everything else. And they got a court, they get this, they get 2-year ban, 3-year ban. What do you see them next week? They're out again. Don't you see thing?
When I was younger, it was the old pensioners that were the worst, you know. But
to
get away with it. We used to have one who played in snooker team who called Jeff, and he used to pull on pub car park, bang into another car, bang into the wall, and just get out and walk off. You know what I mean? And go to pub, and we'd say, you'd hear a clatter, bang, crash, wallop. You'd say, "Oh, I hope Jeff's here." You know what I mean?
That's it.
And he didn't care. He just did not care.
Yeah, we okay, Woody?
You know, he was from an old era where they, you know.
That's it. You know, I mean, well, my mate, will come to, his dad is, how old was I saying? I think he's 80. He still drives. He said, he said, Dad, he said, Dad, you've got to stop driving. He said, what? He said, you're fucking dangerous, mate. You are dangerous. You're gonna hurt somebody. Or he said, get to doctors. I told him straight, Dad, I can drive to your car. He went and got to see him a couple of weeks ago. He went, Dad, what are you doing? Then fucking stuck out my car, mate.
Yeah.
You're going to stop it. His eyes are booked.
They got doctors, and doctors checks them, and they can't. You know, there's no actual reason why they can't drive. There's nothing they can do. You know what I mean?
It's like he's getting older. He went, go get your eyes tested, Dad. You know, it's like he's never had glasses. He's never seen wear glasses. He's 80. I'll tell you what, he's as fit as a fiddle. Honest to God, he's an amazing guy. But it's just his driving. I don't know what it is. It's obviously probably the age, and you know, obviously, whether his eyes are a bit fucking bollocks or whatever. He just clumsy sometimes. I mean, when it comes to his son's daughter's funeral, he fucking banged his lamppost outside the house. He went, and we were like here. He was here, and Cole went, sure, he's going to hit the lamppost, isn't he? You know the big telegraph poles?
Yeah.
He's going to hit that. They said, yeah, what's it? Oh, yeah, but boom. He just, we were like, he just pulled off. I mean, Tony, he went, you're fucking dangerous, Dad. He didn't know he hit it.
That's it. I mean, I think there should be an age limit to where you can drive safely.
But I don't know what he's like now. I've not seen him for a while, but
it's just a case he had to go to doctors, because I know somebody in the 80s who drives an Arctic wagon still. Yeah. And he's in his 80s, and he's a farmer.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've not seen him driving. He's a good driver.
He's a farmer, and he not only does he drive a wagon during the day, he also farms when he's finished driving.
Yeah.
And he's in his 80s.
But
I mean, if there's no medical reason why this shouldn't.
Oh, he can't drive. I mean, I was talking today about it, and I said, "I was your dad with his." I said, "So," he said, "He's packed him drive a little bit now. He's slowing down a little bit." He said, "Not like where he lives in Flamborough, and like his local shop is like 2.5 miles, 3 miles away. So he's got to drive a car down there, but it's all like, you know, down normal roads that he knows." But he said, going to breed or all that, he said, "No, Dad, you can't do that, mate." He says, "End up probably on someone's garden or over some country roof, mate." Yeah, But I tell you what a guy. What you know, he's expected. He was telling you, honest to God story. He's expected to it's off his head. It's farmer. He's like, oh, Richard loves his trains. He's got a big shed, massive big shed, yeah. And he's got a full size train track in there with every little signal box, every little houses, all mountains, all. Oh, I tell you, it's amazing what he's got.
But yeah, but I mean, this is what I'm saying, Gary. If they're physically and mentally able to drive, yeah, you know, they're all well and good.
Not what you can do about it, no.
No, if same as Richard said, if they get the green light from the doctor to say they're physically able, or
yeah, he's well. He was in his 70s when I was driving, so I know he's well into his 80s now, and he drives an Arctic. I only saw him the other day. He drives an Arctic during the day, and he drives his own wagons on his farm and tractors and everything. He has a farm over the top of Darwin.
Well, they'll be brought up in life to do all that. You know what I mean? You know, it's something you've got to do.
He drives these bloody great air wagons with a trailer on back with all air bales on. He drives them at weekends.
You know, so some of these older people are fitter than us.
He is pretty fit. There's no doubt about it. He's very slim and agile, but he's well into his 80s. I couldn't even imagine. I think he's near in his late 80s because he's in his 70s when I was driving, and it's 14 years since I gave up driving.
Bloody hell, yeah.
He must be well into his 80s.
Well, if he can still do what he needs to do, then it keeps him going. You know what I mean? You know yourself.
Quite a few like that, you know, wagon drivers that are knocking on. The only rule is you just have to. I think you have to do a doctor's thing every 2 years or something like that. I think.
Well, my mine was wagon driver. That's how I met my mum. Going up to Scotland, and she was hitchhiking. He pulls up. When he pulls up, I remember him pulls up. So Malta converters just drive up, you know, to Scotland, you know, all better suits. And he said, one day I said, see this Stuart. He says, she's stood there on the fucking motorway. He went, yeah. So I pulls over. So he said, no, oh, thank you, love. He shut the door and fucking drove up. She went, you fucking English bastard you are. 2 days after, she didn't say it after that, 2 days after, you see it again. He pulls up. I went, I'm going to run for this country. Ran for him, yeah. I went, you all right? She said, yeah. She looks at it and says, are you going to jump in?
I don't know yet. Crypto. I have no idea.
I'm going to Scotland. Whereabouts? So I go to Glasgow and I'm 20 minutes to Glasgow. Well, I said, yeah, go on, get him.
But I've lost enough weight.
Why did you stop at all day and shut the door and went, can I cut my ass picking you up? I want to go to Scotland. I'm going to go to Durham. And he went, so next week, he went, I called you something. I said, when you called me, I called you this bastard, but I guess you're Irish, aren't you? He said, yep, I am. And that's how they met. You know, when she go to Scotland, she stayed up there 2 days, but she's going back down here, you know, back and go say, with her mum and dad. He said, I'll drop you back off. Dropped her back off. Did certain run with her. Met her. That was it. He went in prison. Fucking hitting a copper. Went in prison, hitting a copper, and knocked his helmet, and Flying Scotsman ran over it in Windsor Station. They got 6 months in prison or pay a £5 fine. He turned around and said, fuck you, and pay £5 fine. And he went to prison. And my mum, he was working, and turned around and said, there's my wages, to take them. Bloody hell. He said, you want to leave, you leave. I'm not bored. I'll come out of prison, I'll get my job back. So we're still there waiting for him next week. No, they were fucking married, popped out fucking 3 kids. Yeah, maybe older brother. You know, we should have had no to that. If they all lived, because she'd have quite happy to be dad after me, because she's lost one. My brother Johnny's the oldest. He's 59 in August. My sister, she's 57. In January just gone. I turned 56 in October. Then I've had another sister. Oh no, another sister a bit older than my sister Mary, she's been 58.
That's
He
it,
died.
yeah.
And I've had, you know how many kids I've had to my dad? 16 kids. 16 kids. But she lost a lot. I know she got 16 kids. My older brother, me, unfortunately, my sister and me. That's it.
My mum were one of 12.
Yeah.
Because I says to my grandma once, I says, yeah, I says they didn't have telly back in your day.
Ellie, did not tell you.
So, and then my grandma used to say, anybody think you were making out we were sex mad? I says, well, you were one that had 12 kids.
Oh, exactly. Oh, my dad said, oh, you had a fucking radio. That was a bag of shit.
You know what I mean?
The radio back now, sitting there with your candlelight. When electric went out, you had to take off a fucking meter.
Drive me right twist with 12
Them
kids.
were the days. Them were the days. Just got to give them that 1980s look. You know, that's what
I'll
does
tell you
it.
what, though, I'll tell you what, Richard, right? We used to work.
For me.
We used to be out with a big salad house downstairs. And up Chris Peters, we had to, gas had run out. He went, I ain't going to do it. He said, I'll tell you what, he got the meter. He unscrewed it, take gas up, unscrewed the meter, turned it round, drilled an hole in the back of it. Yeah, with a fucking thing done all right. So if he puts his pence in, he can get his hand and get them in. He used to, and then I went, what are you doing? He checked them all out. We got enough to last us fucking nearly 2 weeks. When gas man's done about a week, he makes sure it's all
What were we getting it out to where?
back of the meter. But you know,
Right,
he was certainly, I'll tell you what, he brain him on. He'd get the gas, turn it all off, he'd have the sealing gas, and he'd have little testers. I thought, you know, he said, shh, right, get upstairs, fucking dickhead. He'd put his hand in so he could get his hand in. He had big hands, so he had to do a fucking all in back of it. But they never sexed it because he always put it on right. He'd stick his hand in back, take about a load of money out. You know what gas was? Oh, it's only a bit in there, be all right, mate. You got fucking £6 to be all right. Fucking £6 to fucking.
Not even one of them that used to put pencil in pay packet. You know, remember when you used to get your wage? You used to get your wage, and the notes were folded over so you could count the notes, and there were holes.
Yeah.
Some people used to put a pencil in and roll the note round the pencil and pull it out, and count it, and say, "Oh, hang on, there's a 20 short here," and they rolled it round a pencil and extracted it without opening packet. Oh, they were clever bastards.
Yeah, he used to fucking put it on. He used to get his 50 pence out there. I've got 2 week gas here.
It happened a few times at Crown Paints when I first started working there. So they started putting a staple through wage packet, a staple through every note. So, you know.
Little brown waste packets of all, wasn't
there? Yeah. They had like a transparent side, one side, so you could sit change. And the notes were folded over on one corner so you could count the notes.
Yeah.
And people were going in with a pencil and managing to spin a note round
it,
pull it out without undoing the envelope, and then they were saying, hang on, it's 20 short.
Oh, that was
when I first started getting my wage packets, they were just like a brown envelope.
They didn't look like a little
and then they'd write, you know, and everything.
They updated them to that what Richard's all about.
In a little leather pouch, they were.
Not a waste packet. With your name on, your name, and how much you paid. And that was it.
A pinch of salt. But yeah, you'd have your name on it, your department, hours you'd worked, and then outside there'd be a box outside, and they'd say put national insurance, tax, and then at bottom your final amount what were in your wage packet.
Yes, I've got a 10 pence bonus. Yes, I'm all right. The next 10 pence to go out bowling. There we go. Fucking hell.
Hey, Richard, I hope you can hear me. They had abacuses in our day. Yeah.
I hope when she went shopping, instead of using pennies, they used pebbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Milk bottle tops for vending machines.
But, yeah.
No, fucking hell, you got to tell now, man. You have 2 fucking pints in your skin. You want to come home?
No, Richard Deere is only about 7 years younger than me.
Well, I'm 7 years younger than me. I'm the same age as Richard.
He's making our time ancient.
You know, I hate him.
Yeah, and instead of having a phone, we had 2 cans and a piece of string.
I used to have that. Hello, I'm from the window. You coming out tonight? Yeah, come out and see you.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, you were fucking posh. You were a snob.
A long piece of string and a can on each end.
Yeah. Well, little horse thinking there.
That was before telephone were invented.
Exactly. And then you got a telephone. I've got BT little BT vans. You got one of them in your house with a posh cover. You're snobby, aren't you? I've got a telephone at house. Oh, you know, some neighbours were out watching you get telephone put in house.
I can remember when I were a kid, Stuart, having a tin bath in front of the fire. We got no heating, no hot water, no nothing. So when we had a bath in front of the fire, my mum had got to keep boiling pans and...
You know, I had that, you know. I'm only 6 years old, but I tell you what, we were fucking call out. So you were a big seller coming down, and I was like 2 years old.
And talk about freezing nuts off a brass monkey in oh God,
Yeah.
winter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It were the windows were frozen on the inside.
Yeah.
And when we went to bed at night, because me and my sister, because one of the bedrooms were that damp, it were uninhabitable.
Yeah.
So me and my sister in a double bed, and my brother in a single bed. And we used to have to chuck coats on top of bed every night when you went to bed because it was that cold.
You know how boring. 69.
Honest to God, Crypto, we used to have a bath once a week on a Sunday, and she'd bring tin bath in, and it were an open fire, not gas fire or anything. It were open fire. And she'd put the tin bath in front of open fire for a bit to warm it up, and then just keep boiling pans of water so we could have that one bath a week.
Oh, I tell you what, you loved that bath once a week. You were dirty.
The thing is, I mean, when we moved from there, because they were knocking it all down, they were wanting to build like old folks' complex.
Yeah.
And my dad built a bungalow, right? And we got a sunken bath, you know, and basin, and a separate toilet. We thought it was absolutely fucking hip.
I can remember having to go down the bottom of the yard for a dump in the middle of the night when it was snowing, burning my ass up kind of thing.
Your little fucking brick fucking shit outside.
And wiping your ass up Radio Times.
Yeah.
I was just saying to Stuart, the actual when it was really, really cold, the windows actually froze on the inside.
Yeah, ours did.
Yeah, I do know.
We were the same as you. We used to have out coats and all sorts thrown on bed.
Yeah, out that you could grab your hand on.
No bloody central heating or out like that.
No, I know. Old fire used to put your old clothes on there, get them all on.
We used to have a fire in every room. Well, my mum still has.
You see, we didn't have a fire in every room. We only had one in the living room.
Yeah. We did. We only had one in the living room. And honest to God, you know, old clothes. What do you expect us more? Because what are you doing? I've no wood. Fucking get some clothes on there, be alright. And you know, I'll tell you what, looks a spark like cunts coming out of fucking chimney pot. You were doing because every day you were all times and days, weren't they? You know what I mean? Nowadays, fucking hell.
But yeah, it was that cold in them winters in them days. It was that cold that the windows were actually freezing on the inside.
Taps used to freeze up. You turn the tap, no water would come out.
Exactly. Nowadays, all the ball.
I used to get shoved in Belfast sink in the kitchen. I can remember that. So square Belfast sink, and she'd ram me in there, my mum. She'd stick stuff in my ears, cleaning my ears. I hated it.
I know what you mean by that's them pot ones, aren't they? Them square pot ones.
Yeah, well, they're trendy now. Everybody wants them now. They call them a Belfast sink, square sink.
I've got a few of them stuck in back with
cigarette smoke for some reason.
But nowadays, Kids got to the age.
When I go in my bathroom, I can smell strong cigarette smoke. So somebody next door must be having a fag near the wall. I don't know. I smell it strong though, fag smoke. It's weird. It's strong when I go in the bathroom.
What's the bloody all the walls, yeah.
Well, the bathroom wall is very thin because he designed it that way in case he ever had to open it up again and make it into one building again.
Yeah.
So I can only presume there's somebody in the kitchen next door having a fag or something. I don't know.
Right. On that note, I'm going to call it a night. And I will see you all on Tuesday.
Okie dokie. Bye.
Yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday, guys. Bye.
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 I was laughing at you. You were so good.